My name is LAURRY LESAGE. This is the Robin Hood Pole Archery Club. I'm half Belgium, half French. My mom was Belgian, my dad is French. I've been shooting archery here with the Robin Hood Club for 40 plus years. So it's a great sport. We have a lot of fun, good camaraderie with our club. We work our personal schedules around archery, so we try to make all the shoots we can. We do have some trophies on the line, so it's always nice getting a trophy, but it's also fun just helping other members out. New members coming out, giving little pointers to try out, try this, try that. So yeah, we do have a lot of fun. Robin Hood started in 1929. We were actually a spin-off of the other archery club over here, which is St. Sebastian. They started in 1926. A bunch of the Belgian pioneers, when they first came out here, they built the Belgian club down the street, and then they wanted to bring some of the sport that they did back in the old country, and they started the Pole Archery Club. Pole archery in Belgium, very popular. There's about 13,000 archers in Belgium. There's also some in France. The Netherlands has a large group as well, and along the side of Germany, there's a few in Germany too, I believe. So it's very popular in Belgium. They have a lot of places have their own pole in their own backyards. Community clubs have them in their schoolyards. They go with a cage system, so the arrows aren't flying all over the place. As we're here, we need a bigger space just for safety factor. Last year was Robin Hood's 90th anniversary, so a bunch of us got together and decided we want to go to Belgium and shoot in the old country the way it's done over there. So there was 13 archers and 27 people altogether went as a group. We spent 4 days in Belgium shooting archery. Actually 3 days shooting archery and 1 day touring around. We did a tour of the Belgian Pole Archery Museum, which is an indoor shooting inside an indoor facility. And in the afternoon we went and did a tour of the Delirium Brewery, Huey Brewery, which Belgium of course like their beer, so we had to have that in there as well. So we had a great time out there. Met a bunch of wonderful people. They treat us like they know us ever basically, and we're very welcoming. Pole archery compared to target archery and 3D archery, I've shot the other disciplines as well. With the pole archery, there's a lot more conflict with the wind. The wind at the ground level is one direction strength. Going up higher, it could be stronger, moving different direction than that. So when you're shooting target archery, you have to deal with gravity pulling the arrow down. With pole archery, it's not as big a factor because you're shooting straight up, so it doesn't affect that very much, but it's still very challenging. The targets, they're called birds on the fork. You're shooting at roughly the size of your thumbnail is what you're aiming for, at 110 feet to the very top bird. So it does get rather tricky, so yes. We support the club whenever we can. We help out with Focolorama, do a lot of volunteering there, help the club out. We have a bunch of members that like going there and supporting the club, so anytime they need extra bodies, they know they can call Robin Hood, and there's usually 2 or 3 or 4 will come out and give them a hand. So we tell everybody, if somebody pushes you, don't be offended by it. We're just trying to help you by pushing out of the way. Sometimes you get some ricochets that'll arrow flying, you have to go for a long walk. There's a couple that went onto the street here tonight. It happens every now and then. Yeah, some arrows have gone into the back shelter over here behind the fence and that, so you just got to be mindful and keep your eye on what's going on. You can still talk, but just keep on looking up whenever you hear. You can tell when a fork or when the bird hits the fork. It makes its own distinct sound. After all, you get to know that. One of our senior members, he's 88 years old, I believe. He still shoots. He's not here tonight, and he's been shooting for 50 plus years. We call him the arrow magnet, because if the arrow is going to come close to somebody, it's going to come close to him. One year at our wind-up at the end of the year, we got a hard hat and had some broken arrows and put it into the hard hat, stick it out, and in with that, because he's got hit quite a few times, and he laughs it off. He's a pretty good sport about it.